Yo, today is April 13th, 2025, and this is the first official public YouTube video that I'm going to be posting to this channel. I've been recording kind of personal journal slash diary entries videos onto this channel for about a year now, but they've all been private up to this point. It's kind of just been a way for me to recap the weeks, but I actually haven't done it for like the past month, and so much has gone on. And instead of me just having to do like a weekly chore, I thought like, okay, AI is starting to pop off. Really starting to document all your thoughts is going to become more valuable, and it'll help me build a lasting legacy. And yeah, I thought I'd just start recording these videos every single day, or whenever I feel like, just recording and then just compiling all into 1 week. I can kind of document my life, what I'm doing, what I'm up to, videos of what's going on. So I can look back, but I can also potentially help out anyone out there who's aspiring to continue to grow. And just for context, my name is Matthew Kim. I'm 21 years old. I am an entrepreneur living in Austin, working on my business full time with my brother Elijah. Our business is geared towards helping residential roofing contractors scale their businesses by building project acquisition systems, namely lead generation and appointment and qualification systems on the back end. So any roofers looking to acquire more projects that have a consistent closing rate, they just need an extra flow of qualified appointments on the calendar to go and close. That's who we help service. We've been working on this business for the past 2 years now. Since July of 2023 is when we really started primarily working with roofers and scaling this specific offer. And we genuinely helped out so many roofing companies. It's amazing. So I'm also really growing in my faith. I'm a follower of Christ. I've had my ups and downs in my journey for sure, but that's a huge part of my identity. It's kind of weird because I led with my entrepreneur part instead of like me being a follower of Christ, which is something that I've kind of needed to work on, because I feel like I shouldn't tie my identity just off of my business. I should have tied my identity on who I am within Christ, and that's something that I'm working on. That's just me from being fully transparent. That's going to be a theme with this channel. I'm just going to be fully transparent about all my thoughts and what I'm struggling with, what I'm excited about, and hopefully this can inspire any upcoming entrepreneurs, professionals, people who are looking to grow, specifically, young people who maybe throughout high school, throughout middle school, throughout their first couple years, last couple years, even their first few years in professional life in college, kind of just feel like they're drifting through life. I feel like through a majority of my life, I felt like I was just kind of drifting through. I was doing well externally, getting all the grades, doing the ECs, got into a good college, and I was headed down a certain path, but I just felt like it wasn't my life. I felt like I was living my life for others and fulfilling the expectations of others. And it wasn't until March of 2023, or 2024, about a year ago to this day, where I made the huge step and decided to take a step back from college after my sophomore year to pursue my business full time. And that's produced a lot of fruits financially, personally, spiritually. I don't think I would have been as close to God as I am right now without, making that decision. And yeah, that's kind of the journey right now. It's the afternoon. I just came back from playing a frisbee golf with my friends Austin, Arian, and Jonathan. A really nice experience. I spend most of my days just working, and basically I wake up, maybe on this channel I can also post like a day in the life of an entrepreneur, Austin entrepreneur or something. I don't know. We'll leave it up to ears. I don't think I'm gonna have this channel be my like official channel. I might make more scripted stuff in the future on another channel where I can really share insights on my journey through entrepreneurship and growing as a person, productivity, all that stuff, which I'm really into. This is kind of just gonna be me brain dumping and showing you guys my life. And then maybe I could show my future self this as well and just watch back on these videos and be like, wow, I've grown so much and I've done so much. Like literally today, I woke up, went to church with my brother. We learned a great sermon about sin. So it was about 1 Corinthians 5, and basically how sin is like a virus within the church, and we really need to call it out when we see it. And the ways to combat it is found in Matthew chapter 18, I believe. First, you gotta, approach the person personally. Then, secondly, you approach with 2 to 3 people. Then you get the church leaders involved, and then you might need to take further action and like separate, from the church, or not separate someone from the church, but like kind of like, exclude them just because of the continuous sin. And there's so much like sin that's happening right now in the church, and it's important that Christ isn't associated with that. So it was kind of a hard lesson, but yeah, we learned about that. Then we went back, me and Elijah had a quick leadership meeting for Clive Systems, our business. And then I went to go play Frisbee golf with my friends. Then we went to Juice Land. Since I won the Frisbee, I got to my friends paid for like a little small drink. It was called Morning Sunshine. It had like mangoes, pineapples. I used to live in Hawaii, so I really like that stuff. So they paid for that, and we went grocery shopping for my friend Arian. So I did all that today. I probably would have forgotten about that tomorrow. So I want to use this channel to just kind of document my life. Maybe I'll show clips of things that I've done. Like even in the past week, man, I went to Growth Day 2024 or 2025 with Brendan Burchard. That was amazing. I had so many takeaways there that I've written down, but I haven't shared it or I haven't documented it anywhere online. And I think, especially with this coming age of AI, I think just documenting your thoughts is going to be super huge, because then, we could build a lasting legacy, and the thoughts, the lessons that I've learned, I think can be carried down for future generations. One of my huge goals in life is to build a family, and what I don't want to happen, one of my biggest nightmares, is when I have kids and they struggle with something, they come to me as a father for advice, and I tell them not to do something, but I actually do it myself. I want to live my life as if I'm a role model for my future children, for anyone who is eventually inspired by me. And if I live my life with a role model mindset, one, I can live a better life for myself, but two, I can inspire others that it is possible to live a life of virtue. I have core values as a person. I spent a lot of time thinking about what my core values are personally, and I came up with 5. Number 1 being my faith. That's such an important part of who I am. I've realized that as I started to grow financially, that all these external desires and external successes, they don't really fulfill you the way that you want. And I'm only 21. I haven't really achieved that much, but the small financial success, the small external success that I've achieved in my life, I've kind of realized that it's kind of all in vain if it's not serving an eternal purpose. So number 1 is my faith in Christ, and putting my entire life and having him as the foundation of my life. That's still something that I struggle with, though. As an entrepreneur, you tend to put a lot of your identity within the business. But that's just a core value that I set, and I want to abide by every single day. My second core value is service. I find the most energy, and I get so much joy and excitement when I see others succeed because of maybe something that I've done, for them. Whether it's providing financially for someone, whether it's giving them advice that's truly helped them and that they truly absorb and apply into their own lives, that benefits their lives and allows them to grow. I think service is a huge pillar. So that's the second core value. The third core pillar is excellence. I don't intend on living a average life. Not saying that I'm above anyone else by any means. No matter how much money I make, no matter how many people I affect in a positive way, I don't believe I'm above anyone else, but I truly want to hold myself to a higher standard when it comes to the discipline that I hold myself to, when it comes to the way I conduct myself every single day. I don't want to be average. I want to be excellent at whatever I pursue. That's a huge, huge pillar of what I do. Growth and discipline is the fourth pillar. One of my life mantras is inputs and improvements, meaning every single day I work hard and I put in the inputs, but the second part of that, which is something that I think I struggle with the most, and maybe other people can relate, is the improvements part, meaning making iterations and actually improving on it. And then I think a huge part of that is the speed at which you make improvements. Time and time again, all my most, fulfilled, a lot of, successful entrepreneurs that I've even met have told me, like Josh Rivera, one of my friends, Barkov, who's also, really, really accomplished in business. They always tell me, like, it's the speed at which you move and make changes that really affects your success. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the wisest. But if you make changes at a faster rate than everyone else, and you make improvements at a faster rate based on the data and input that you've received from either your own data or advice from people who have already done it, the speed of iteration and the speed of improvement is the number one thing. So inputs and improvements is something that I live by, and that's the whole aspect of growth. And also growth in terms of discipline. I want to hold myself to a higher standard where I'm not just giving into short-term pleasures. I'm disciplined. Like, one huge thing for me is taking a cold shower every single morning. I used to have a really, really audited morning routine, but now it's just like, okay, did I journal and did I take a cold shower? Because cold showers, even to this day, I do this daily, but it still really sucks in the morning. But I really hold myself to it because it just starts the day off. One, it spikes cortisol, which means I'm more awake, I'm more alert. But two, it also just makes me force myself to do something I don't want to do, but I know will benefit me. And every single day, it's not going to be easy, especially as an entrepreneur, but I know that if I put in the inputs and I improve and I just kind of fight that resistance to working and getting things that I know need to get done, that'll lead to growth. So that's my fourth pillar. That's kind of long-winded, but the last core value that I have is, sorry, I just received a text from my mom. The last core value that I have is integrity. Living my life in a way that aligns with the objective moral standard of the God that I serve, which is who I believe to be the one true God, Jesus Christ, God. I believe there's an objective moral standard that I intend to live by, and holding to that in every aspect of my life, that's what integrity is. And those are my 5 core values that I really derive a lot of my energy, and if I live up to those values, I deem myself as successful. So yeah, I want to be documenting my life under the lens of those 5 core values, and I'll reanalyze my core values quarterly, see what changes, because values change, priorities change, but these are the 5 things that I really care about right now as a person. But yeah, super excited about what's to come with this YouTube channel. I'm gonna kind of build out my personal brand, I guess, and then I'll maybe make like another more like official YouTube channel to kind of organize my thoughts a little bit more, maybe take some insights that I get throughout the weeks, but I also just use this as a way, like, I don't intend for this channel to be something that blows up, but maybe I could just share my life and share like what's possible, some of the insights that I've gained as a young man in this crazy world. Like, I live in freaking Austin, Texas, man. It's a beautiful city. It's a beautiful day today. I feel so blessed, man. Like, I could just go out here, have the city on my fingertips. It's a Sunday afternoon. Super excited, man. Super excited. So I gotta activate the best of me every single day. And yeah, this is Sunday the 13th. I'm gonna kind of make this video this entire week, maybe share some insights that I've gained in the previous weeks, because I just went to growth day last weekend. I'm still having insights every single day, so maybe share some business insights, some spiritual insights, whatever the case may be. Maybe it's just like me showing off a cool workout that I did, or like me sharing a win. So you guys in the comment section can share your wins in the comment section below. I think it's good to celebrate your wins. It's good to celebrate when you're growing, because then it encourages that behavior. So with that being said, the lighting was really bad. Like, it was covering half of my face the entire time, but it's all good. We grow from that. So yeah, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the intro to this video. I'll kind of just clock in and out throughout the week, share some insights, share some whatever I learn, some thoughts, keep you updated on my daily habits, and just document the journey, man. It's exciting. Let's be a role model. I'm gonna act like a role model this week and absolutely crush it. So we'll see you in the next clip. Yo, it is Monday, April 14th, so the next day. Busy day. A lot of calls on the calendar. If you can see, I don't want to reveal anyone's information, but you know, oh shoot, I'll just show you what my calendar looks like. All the purple is sales calls. So I had a fully booked calendar today, but I had to reschedule some people because Mondays are typically rebook days. But super thankful I was able to sign on an amazing partner, Brian. My goal for this week is to close 3 deals, full cash collected, and signing on the right types of clients. So as you can tell, I have a lot of appointments to be able to do that. I got one more today. Oh, gotta activate the energy, activate. I gotta do some Qigong. Maybe I can show you what Qigong looks like. This is some sauce. If you guys need to activate the energy within, let's say you had a long day and you just need a little bit more energy to get through the rest of your day, this is a great little not even 5 minute, like 2-minute way to just activate your energy. It's called Qigong. It's like a Chinese thing. But basically, what you need to do is you need to just like start tapping your foot. So you go on one leg, you start tapping your ankles, then you go up to your calves. You can't even see it on the camera. Oh my goodness. Then you go up to your thighs here. Then you start slapping your booty. I think you're activating the meridians. I learned this at Growth Day. You go the other side, so you start at your ankles, then you go up to your calves. The harder you go, the more your meridians are activated. Slap your booty, and then you go underneath your side here. You gotta breathe in, breathe out. Oh yeah, okay. You gotta start tapping your fingers here. Go up to your arms. Then you gotta do something a little bit sus. You gotta bend over and start slapping. Yeah, I just watched that footage back, and I don't want my digital footprint to be ruined on my first ever video on this channel. So I'm gonna blur that out. Okay, bye. Don't knock it until you try it. Let's go. I'm gonna close another deal today. Got another call in 30 minutes. Okay, oh my gosh, sorry. I just breathed in a lot. Super excited. Amazing opportunities. A lot of opportunities for growth, but that's Qigong. So, yeah, take with that as you will. Maybe you just get a funny clip of me tapping my own ass. Who knows? That sounded weird. That's not PG. Okay, anyways, just a quick little update. Monday, April 14th, just working, just grinding, doing my best to serve others, and I'll see you in the next clip. Just finished a workout Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is. 6th, 15th, 13th, 14th. I don't even know. Just finished an upper body workout, feeling big. The lighting is not optimal, but who cares? Yeah. My arms are getting bigger. I'm making a lot of progress. I'm still not like where, I want to be like ideally, but it's just kind of like a dilemma where like I try to go hard in my workout in the morning, but I work out in the morning. So I work out, like one of the first things I do in my day is work out. But if I go really, really hard, then I lose energy throughout the rest of the day. But then I don't want to work out late at night or like, in the evening because it'll mess up my sleep. So that's just a dilemma that I've had. But, I'm getting bigger. I'm proud of my progress. Wait, let me do a lat spread. Okay, maybe I'm not like built like that yet. But yeah, I'm proud of my progress. I used to be like a little Slim Jim. Now I'm a little bit bigger of a Slim Jim. But another dilemma I have is the amount that I need to eat. I have to eat like 3,500 calories just to maintain my weight. And then like in order to bulk, like in order to gain, like at my most, I was legitimately eating 4,500 calories a day, tracking every single one of my calories. I had this huge smoothie that I had. It was not optimal, or it was optimal for bulking, but like low-key I gained like a lot of fat like on my face. I still have it a little bit, but it's all good. It's just, what am I optimizing for? And right now I'm not really optimizing for my physique. I'm optimizing for, longevity and energy throughout the day. So I'm okay with maybe not being at my peak physique. Arms are looking bigger than they were before, but still super proud of my progress in the gym, staying active every single day, every single morning, and just doing my best. I have a lot of calls to do today. Fully packed day of calendars. I think I showed on the last one, but it's all right because we mog everyone. Yeah. Okay, that's enough of that. I'll see you in the next clip. Yo, it is Tuesday, April 15th. I just want to document this moment. I feel this like wave of energy and motivation that I genuinely have not felt in a long time. I think it stemmed from the coaching call that I had with Eli. Like, I just want to document this feeling that I have right now. I have so much like energy, motivation, conviction in what I want to do, belief in myself and my sales ability, to close 30K cash collected or even more, like in a month. 30K front end cash collected when we're already doing so much on the back end. This morning, I had a call with Eli, and more than, I usually have a lot of major takeaways from our calls, but I don't know what it was, but today everything just like clicked. I saw like the future version of myself. Like it was like everything flashed, and I saw a future version of myself where I have a full sales calendar. I'm closing deals consistently. I'm in alignment with Alex. Like we're in alignment. I just focus on the highest leverage activities. It's so hard to even describe because like, dude, I want to document this feeling. Basically the takeaways that we went over on the call is basically just how efficiently I manage my sales calendar with Alex, how he actually gives me context for the calls beforehand, so I don't have to piece together like all the different calls. Like I'll look at some of the takeaways that I have here. Let me see what I wrote down. I just want to document this feeling. Color coding the blocks based on whether they no-showed, whether they are, confirmed, triaged, whether they're, you know, they haven't been touched, you know, whether they DQ'd, whatever the case may be, color coding my calendar so that Alex knows what happens on these calls and I can hold myself accountable, and like sharing the Fathom recordings with Alex. I think Eli told me that a long time ago, but it didn't just really resonate with me until now, where it's like, I need to be doing that to hold myself accountable on these calls, as well as showing Alex that his energy isn't going to waste. What else? What else? What else? Um, Literally having Alex tell me which bucket of clients that the sales people are, you know, the prospect is. So if they're in this bucket or this bucket or this bucket, just so I can have so much more context for every single call, what my calendar looks like, which calls I need to probably, you know, reframe and pre-frame and all the, you know, all the different framings. Which calls I have a high likelihood of closing, and, you know, not that I would have to give effort on the call, but like which calls I should, you know, really focus on throughout the day. Dude, I have just like this surge of energy. I saw a future version of myself where I have a, like, I already have a booked out calendar, but like I just have pure conviction on every single sales call. My energy is so like much more managed, and I'm not like tired at the end of every single day, and I can like have full conviction that every single call that I go to is pre-qualified. They're actually bought in. And if not, like, I'll have the context to know how to objection handle them. And then it just becomes a smooth sailing operation where I'm just growing the business, closing a bunch of revenue. I could see a vision where I'm closing 15 clients myself in a month with just me and Alex. I genuinely see it. And that just all kind of sparked from the call that I had on Eli. So I just want to document this feeling. Maybe I'll send this to Eli as well. Super motivated. And I just got a no-show. I got 2 no-shows in a row, but I still feel super motivated. I already implemented the color coding system. Dude, I'm so excited for what's to come. And this is before we've even changed the messaging on our ads, which I think will be a game changer in attracting more qualified leads. If you don't even know what I'm talking about on this video, like, these are some huge major breakaways that I want to document. As a business owner who's also closing all the deals myself at the moment, I need to manage my time more efficiently, where yes, sales is the most important, but then how do I efficiently streamline the sales operations so that I can close as many deals as possible? I can be put in the best position to close as many deals as possible, because it is different being a business owner than being a closer. I used to think that it was kind of the same thing, but no, I'm also managing the marketing. I'm also managing the leadership. I'm also managing, you know, my partner, and making sure that everything's going on in the back end. Most closers don't even know anything that's going on in the back end. I got to give myself credit. I got to give myself that grace, saying, hey, I am the business owner. I have a lot of hats to wear. And if I don't have the streamlined processes to be able to handle all this, like, it's not just me. It's also just a process issue, which I recognize now. I'm going to make these changes. Super excited, super energized. Let's go. It's a freaking Tuesday afternoon. It's 12:12 p.m. on Tuesday, April 15th, 2025. Huge breakaways. Just want to document this feeling. I just have this surge, and I just literally see my future version of myself. Feel super convicted in what I do. Feel super confident in my closing ability. Like, dude, last month I closed 43% on offers. Have more conviction, man. You're a good closer. You know what you're doing. You just need to have the better systems to close more deals, better front-end messaging, which you'll be able to create if you have more time by building better processes. So with that being said, super excited. All right, bye-bye. Let's go. Yo, it is Thursday, April 17th. Unfortunately, we didn't get any closes. I'm building up the systems, but yeah, I haven't been actually getting any closes since the last clip. We enjoyed dinner yesterday, which was really nice, with Ryan, and Kelly, mom, and Janet, which was nice. Just like some family and family friends, but the ups and downs of sales, man. I can't let myself get too caught up in my emotions. That's how you lose in this game. It's just tough, man, because I'm lined up with follow-ups, but just like, yeah, I'm getting a lot of think about it. It's less urgency on the calls, things like that. I'm not cash collecting. It's a tough week, but things that I can figure out. It's a systems issue. It's a sales issue, which are improvable things. So yeah, super excited for what's to come.
See you in the next clip.